Well, I mean, first of all, welcome to Notts. We know that you'll know the goalkeeping coach at Notts County, but I just wonder how, from your point of view, this move has happened.
Yeah, so delighted to be here first of all, but I spoke to Tom at the end of last week. He kind of gave me a message just saying they're looking for someone and everything, and then I spoke to people at Norwich, and I've been in since the start of the week. It was kind of arranged that I'd come in for a few days just to see how I get on, meet the lads and everything. So came in from Monday to Wednesday, and then once I went back, it was a no-brainer. Really, I was delighted to come.
How is that coming into a team that's doing so well at the moment, sitting top of the league? That's a pretty happy environment to be walking into, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think you can tell that everyone's buzzing really around the place, and they're just got their heads down and working hard. I watched the game on Tuesday night, and obviously they were disappointed not to win, but you can tell that they're really doing things the right way here, and it's no surprise they're sitting where they are on the table.
So what's the sort of point of this move from your point of view? What are you hoping to get over the next few months?
Development really, hopefully some games, come in, challenge Sam. I think if I can maybe manage to get myself in the team, or even not, I can work off people. I know Tom, obviously, as you said, the goalie coached really well, so I think just to develop and go back to Norwich a better keeper at the end of the season.
Well, I say Tom, but you've also got a very experienced goalkeeper in there in Sam Slocum, who's somebody as well you can learn off, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. He's been brilliant already. Just in the few days I've been training with him, really good guy, approachable and everything, and we've been speaking a lot, so someone I can definitely learn off going forward, yeah.
And you know about the division, of course. You've played in it before with Kingsland. What did you make of it when you were there?
It was tough, yeah. Obviously a bit different circumstances to where Notts County are sitting in the league to where I was with Kingsland, but I really enjoyed it. That was my first loan, and it was just playing games, getting beaten up and that. I think I was 18, 19 at the time. But it was really good for me, a really good learning curve, and I enjoyed it so much.
It's kind of hard, I always think, when you're a young goalkeeper, because so many teams want to have an experienced goalkeeper as their first choice. So it must be hard when you're sort of coming through the ranks to be able to get out and get that experience that you need.
Yeah, literally, that's it. Teams, obviously, it's no secret the managers want experienced goalies more than young ones most of the time, but I think that's what was really good about my Kingsland one. I went in and it was kind of, they just came up to the division for the first time, and they were happy to have a young goalkeeper, so that was like my first grounding to get games under my belt. And then after that you're really just trying to build on it. I went to Dartford an emergency loan last month, so you just wanted to get games wherever you can really to then try to become one of the more experienced goalkeepers.
One of the things not to do is that the goalkeeper's not just required to be there to take catches and make saves. Often you're the person who starts the attacks. You see Sam Slocum coming well out of his penalty area at times, playing 1-2s with the defenders and so on. Is that something you're used to, you're happy with?
Yeah, I think, especially since I've came down to Norwich, and I think it's maybe one of the reasons Tom contacted me. I think coming through youth football nowadays, it's quite a common thing for the goalkeeper to do that, so it's something I love doing. I've also had to do the other side of it, like when I was at Dartford last month, we played the complete opposite way and everything, but what I enjoy doing is definitely playing out from the back and starting attacks, so I'm quite confident with it, yeah.
Yeah. What are your strengths generally? I mean, we know you're very tall, obviously, and you said you can play with your feet. How would you describe your main strengths as a keeper?
I would say that, comfortable with the ball at my feet and things. Do like to come take crosses and try to save the odd shot as well.
Yeah. And so what would it mean to you to get here and finish the job off that Notts have started now? They're top of the league at the turn of this year, of course. They've got this real battle with Wrexham going into the final months. What would it mean for you to be a part of that and help Notts up?
A huge amount. I think every player wants to be a part of winning leagues and getting promotions, so hopefully the second half of the season the boys can really kick on and continue from the good work that they've done in the first half of the season.
Great to meet you, best of luck with it.
Cheers, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi Archie, just a couple from me. So as you've already mentioned, you've got previous experience in the National League. I just wondered, how are you going to use that experience, to try and get away into the team at Meadow Lane during your time here?
I think obviously that has got me used to the league, and I know what teams are all about and how to try to leave one on you maybe as a young goalie and things like that. But I think really me trying to get into the team is just taking chances and impressing and keeping my head down, training hard. I think I just need to do that, keep my head down and crack on really, and just be ready if I do get the chance to take it.
And then obviously, as you mentioned, Tom Weir was a big influence in you coming here. But I just wanted to know, has anything impressed you about Luke Williams? Every time a player signs for the club, they always say how impressed they've been with the gaffer. So I just wanted to know, has anything stood out for you about how impressive he is the way he goes about his business?
I just think attention to detail. I think like from the first day I came in on Monday, we had a meeting first thing in the morning, and you could tell that he was top class just from the meeting, the way he was reviewing the game that they had at the weekend and looking forward to the game at Bowden Woods. And on the grass, I think he's always stepping in and coming in with things, and I think his attention to detail is brilliant. Yeah.